Don't stop. Keep going. I had just had an epiphany like 5 minutes ago, and I want to share this with you. I skied Steamboat Springs this morning and this afternoon. I am totally beat. I still haven't figured out a strategy for doing valuable things after skiing. I'm just like destroyed. Um, so I was just watching a little bit of YouTube and read a little bit, and then I just had this thought as I went back to my YouTube creator studio, and I was like looking at my views and impressions and the charts and things like that, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, if if you if you knew the spreadsheets that I create, the data that I keep track of, I think it would be obvious that I am very data oriented. I like metrics and data and charts and graphs and things like that. And I was having the idea the other day that I feel like metrics and data will be my downfall. They will be the reason I quit and I lose motivation to continue because I just can't take it anymore getting 2 views on my videos. And I wrote about this in a newsletter a couple weeks ago, going through this kind of storyline of trying to analyze like what happened to my YouTube because I used to get like 30 to 40 or like 20 to 30 views on videos. And so I was like trying to analyze like what happened? Like was it these videos that I did? Was it this? Was it this? And I basically ended by saying, "Look, like you're overcomplicating this and you just need to keep posting." And I made this connection right now, which was, what if this moment is just the valley of despair? Let me explain what that is. If you haven't heard of the 5 steps of emotional change or whatever, just Google emotional cycle of change or 5 steps of emotional change. Basically, you get this graph that goes from uninformed optimism, so like you're super excited, you just want to like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing, and then it goes to informed pessimism, where you start to like get a grasp of reality and you're like, oh crap, this is going to take a lot more work, like for whatever, this is going to be like a lot more work than I thought. And then it goes to the valley of despair, which is the lowest point, and that is the point where most people quit. And after that, you go back up to informed optimism, where you have a grasp of reality and you are optimistic for the future. And the final stage is success and achievement. And the message and the takeaway from that chart is that most people quit in the valley of despair. And so, how do you not quit? Is by you keep going. You just keep going, because eventually you will reach informed optimism stage. And so I was like, what if this is just the test? This is just the valley of despair. It's just my test. Because if I keep looking at my YouTube views, I will get demotivated and stop and change something drastically and just stop posting and quit. But that's not what we do here. You got to keep going. And so I think the one caveat that I want to add to this is that the advice of just keep going, I feel like is not the full picture, because there needs to be something that changes. And I think here's a connection. I started reading Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson, and he's talking about the hook, story, offer framework, and how if you have any issues with traffic, it is always either your hook, your story, or your offer. And I think that as I was reading that, I was like, the thing that I need to work on in my own content is the front part of that, is the hook and the story. Most importantly, the hook. Because if I can accurately hook the people that I'm trying to get to, they will stop and wait long enough to watch or read or click and read and learn and hear the story that I deliver. And so I think just keep posting helps when I'm in the unmotivated state of mind. But when I'm in the focused mindset, maybe like when I'm not now, but when I'm in a coffee shop and I'm like laser focused on, okay, like this is what I need to do. Here's my system, and like I'm working on this, and like this is my direction. It's like in that time, tweak things and get better and make more valuable content. Because if you can keep posting when you're unmotivated, and then when you're focused and motivated and you can get better and fill in that unmotivated state and just like this perpetual system, I think that is the key. And so keep posting, but also improve and get better. Make those little changes and tweaks, because if you just keep doing what you're doing, you're probably, I mean, there's always like the luck of like, oh, a video pops off and like it gets 1 million views or whatever, but I don't think that's realistic. And I'll end it on this. Oh, now where the juices are flowing, baby. um there's a point that MJ DeMarco makes in the Millionaire Fastlane, and that is the sidewalker mindset is to believe that luck is required for wealth and success, whatever, instead of the process creating the wealth. And so this like flywheel thing is like, the flywheel is the process. We can hope for a video popping off and getting 1 million views, but like I don't have control over that. That's up to the YouTube algorithm and the people that watch my videos, and if they like, comment, and subscribe. So develop, if I can develop the process that gets me there, that's going to be more sustainable, and I can rely on that more than just hoping and checking every day. Oh, maybe this video, this was a really good video, and I know it's going to get 1,000 views. Just keep posting and get better. I'll see you tomorrow.